Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've been doing some cleanup around here. We got rid of all that crap in front of the garage that was really distracting the living daylights out of me. We got about 4 months left until the No Name Nationals, and I just realized we never did our 2023 No Name Nationals video.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2023 No Name Nationals Spectacular, brought to you by ClintsStreetMachines.
Alright guys, so let's give you a quick recap for those of you who are new to the channel. Back before the 2023 No Name Nationals, just about a year ago, we decided to do something with this rusty old Brat I had rotting into my backyard. This was a car given to me for free because it was in such bad shape. It was a leftover parts car from a restoration project, and you can see from the rust here why it was free. The camper shell wasn't free, but the Brat was. So anyway, I brought the thing over. We took it off. We got all the guts cut out of it. I took all the rusty stuff off the floor pans and whatnot. You can see what we did in the videos, and you can always go back and watch our playlist for Brat Fink and see all of this yourself. This is an S10 chassis we had. We had a short bed, standard cab, S10 sitting in the yard. So we took the frame out of that, modified the frame, modified the body. Here you can see me cutting out more of the rusty floor and firewall. Once we got enough of this thing cut apart, we were able to get it to sit down over the frame properly the way I wanted it. And the vision for this car is a full-size toy, something you would see like Brat Fink. Something Ed Roth would have drawn back in the day, which is why we named it Brat Fink. It's a tribute to Ed and his style. So 8-inch longer wheelbase on the S10 though. So the front tires are 8 inches farther forward than they would have been. So rather than move the tires back, I wanted to keep them in front of the engine. So we are leaving them where they're at, and I modified the fenders. And here we're putting the front end on for final mock-up, make sure everything's going to line up properly, looks level and whatnot. We built a little stand to hold everything. I got the fenders mounted. At this point, the car was fully assembled, so we're only a couple days away from No Name at this point. So we rolled it out of the garage basically 3 days before it had to go. Rolled it out in the sun, got a good look at it, liked what we saw, went ahead and slathered it with some linseed oil just to make it shiny. Went ahead and put the camper shell back on it, and then we went ahead and just started disassembling the front nose once we got it together and putting all those parts into the back of it. So that we can mount it on the trailer and make the trip to Missouri, which is about a 6-hour drive for the wife and I. So I had her letter the back window on the Brat because my handwriting's the worst, and I wanted people to be able to read it. And I thought this was really cool. We were coming home from getting some supplies the night before we left, and the clouds were coming up over the mountain, and the moon was shining. And it's just such a cool look behind my shop. I had to get this picture and share it with you guys. It's messy still, though. Anyway, it was on the trailer next morning, and off we went. Stopped and got some gas at a Love's and talked to a couple people who liked the car. And then we met up with Buck from Buck Does It and followed Buck in his Buck Skylark over two of the sketchiest britches ever and showed up at Sykeston. All right, so on the way over there, we had a few tack welds break. I didn't do a very good job of welding that stuff up. I wasn't expecting it to be as rough of a ride as it ended up being, but we had some really bad roads when we got into one part of Kentucky. Had the trailer jumping all over the freeway. It was really, really bad. And some of our welds broke. The engine dropped. The body dropped. So once we got to the track, NSB Customs came by, and they helped us weld everything back into place so that we could get the thing set up for the show. And they did a great job. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Lee. And you'll be seeing those guys again later in the video.
It's NSB here to save the day.
And earlier today.
So yeah, quite a few YouTubers came by and checked out the car. I have a playlist with those videos in there. I'm not sure what the playlist is called. I'll put something in the description. I'll look it up later. But anyway, here's a couple of them.
This is ClintsStreetMachines Brat, Subaru Brat, and it is very much in the early stages of projectness.
We had Junk Car Willie go by, and he had some concerns.
I don't know about that, guys.
And I think we broke Just Mopar Joe.
It's in process right now, being crazy. I'm glad he brought it. It's
So yeah, the No Name Nationals, what goes on? Well, one of the things that happens a lot is some drag racing. So check some of that out.
Oh yeah.
Both drivers safe to the right. Here we go.
There is also a Burnout Contest at the No Name Nationals, so here are some highlights from the Burnout Contest.
Probably wonder when these tires are gonna pop. Run it again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, where did he go?
All right, well, we are back from the No Name Nationals. It is, I took yesterday off. When we got back, I took the Monday off. I didn't do jack squat, except take the trailer off the truck. But we got the Brat back. It's sitting over here. The body mounts, the tack welds. We lost a bunch of tack welds while we were driving. That's my fault. I should have known better. I didn't tack them good enough. I got to unload the truck. The back of it's full of crap. You can't really see it. But that, and let's see if this will turn around. Well, look at that. The garage is a disaster. All right, so first things first, we got to get cleaned up. right, so I apologize. The camera died, apparently. I didn't know. But we managed to get this thing parallel parked back here into the corner. That's one of the reasons we put the smaller tires on the back, was to be able to tuck it tighter into the corner. It's kind of in a temporary storage position, if you want to look at it that way. Now, the front of this thing has come down quite a bit. Like I told you guys, I did a really terrible job with some of the tack welds, especially in the last few days we were getting ready. A lot of that stuff I knew was just temporary, and I just kind of slathered it on there without paying much attention, and ended up with some of the welds didn't get any penetration, just popped right off. I did a terrible job on those. Now, the welds I paid attention to that I knew were going to be more permanent, like the body mounts we put in the back when we mounted the body to the frame initially, those are all still good. None of those broke. What broke was all this support stuff up in the front that was all temporary anyway. So not that big a deal, but it did bring the front of the car down a little bit. It's actually, the dashboard is sitting on the back of the engine right now. So we're going to have to lift it up a little back into where it belongs and get everything situated. We'll do that when we get back on this thing. So yeah, quick recap. No Name Nationals was awesome, guys. We knew we weren't going to get a running vehicle out there, but at least I wanted to get it out there in a full mock-up, so not only you, but everybody out there could see what it was I had up in here. I'm not Chip Foose. I'm not one of those guys. I can't draw at all. So if I'm going to show you what's in my head, I have to actually put it together and show you. And that's what we did, and it was a raving success. Everybody loved it. I got nothing but positive feedback. Now, the thing is, though, I completely expected that, because that's the whole thing about the No Name Nationals that makes it so great. Everyone there completely understood what it was I was doing and why I brought a vehicle out in mock-up, because it's a YouTube project, and it's going to take a while to get it done. And it's not the kind of thing you're going to slam together just to reach an event. So again, great community, great crowd. If you guys ever get the chance to go to No Name Nationals, do it, even if you only go as a spectator. But anyway, sticker exchange went great. This year I didn't film as much. That's why it's not such a cohesive video as you might expect. But it's because I wanted to get out there and have a good time with my fellow YouTubers. And we did that. I think I'll do another video where I show you what we're doing now. Let me turn the camera around here and show you what we're doing. As you can see, we've got our body sitting back on the frame for the S10. So that wraps up our 2023 No Name Nationals Spectacular. Please subscribe so you do see our new content when it does come out. Hit the notification button even if you want to. Hit the bell, ring the thing, click the like, give it a thumbs up. Do all that stuff that makes the algorithm work for us. And like always, I really appreciate you guys coming by and watching. And until we see you next time, take care of yourselves.